That's right. I'm drinking water. Somebody take a picture because this doesn't happen often. You know, water is so good, so yummy, so hydrating, so essential. Why do I hate it so much? Anyway guys, hey, hello, welcome to my video. Today we have another hurricane outside my window. I don't know what has been happening since I uploaded my Colourpop review. It hasn't stopped raining. Every single day there's been a hurricane in Miami. I don't know what's going on. But today's video we have something really interesting to review. We have the brand new Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. My box is all messed up because my package got caught in the rain yesterday and everything inside was wet. But this is a brand new collection that Becca just launched. It is now available on their website, but I don't think it comes to Sephora or Ulta until August. But you get the No Pigment Virtual Foundation, which we'll talk about in a second. And then you also get the Becca Zero No Pigment Glass Highlighter for face and lips. And we're gonna be trying out both of these today. Now, I am really excited to test this out because everybody went freaking crazy over this on Twitter and on Trend Mood's page when she posted this. And honestly, I think Becca did exactly what they were trying to do with this. Like, they knew what they were doing when they were naming it a No Pigment Virtual Foundation, because that's obviously gonna raise everybody's eyebrow. Like, what does that even mean? And when you read about it, this honestly sounds like a primer. It sounds like a skin smoothing primer. By the way, the packaging is so cute. It's like a little ball. It reminds me of something. I feel like it reminds me of old school Tide Pods, but I don't know why, because Tide Pods don't look like this. It reminds me of something to do with the washing machine, right? Or am I crazy? Wait a second. Oh my god, I know what this reminds me of. There used to be this commercial, it was like the little teddy bear, and it looked like a little grenade, and you would like take it off and throw it in your washing machine, and it looked like this. This doesn't matter at all, but now I need to know. I cannot find it, but it was blue. Oh my god, that's gonna drive me crazy now. For the love of God, somebody please help me. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And this is so interesting because when you read about it, it really does sound like a skin smoothing face primer. It says it has the skin smoothing benefits of a foundation without the pigment to let your skin shine through. Our new hybrid of makeup and skincare uses clear light blur technology to manipulate light to visibly smooth skin and blur the appearance of imperfections. It's infused with hyaluronic acid, which, okay, sign me up. But the even cooler part about this is that it is completely silicone free, which is insane to me because when I was feeling the texture on the back of my hand, and when I think of something like this, skin blurring, pore filling, usually there's a lot of dimethicone, silicones. I'm just shocked this is silicone free, which is another thing that really intrigued me because I personally don't love silicone-based primers. I know that they're really great for smoothing out the skin and making you look a little bit more matte, but for my dry skin, they're not really ideal. It also claims to control your oils all day while still giving you all-day hydration as well. And it says it's like a refreshing splash of cold water. The gel-like texture cools on contact, leaving skin with a transparent matte finish. And it says this foundation is perfect for days when you want to take a break from the full face of makeup and yada yada yada. See, I feel like we're gonna start seeing things like this more often. I truly believe that this Gen Z no makeup vibe is gonna get really popular in the upcoming years. And honestly, for me, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense in my mind because we're seeing less and less of that really intense, super full coverage makeup, and we're seeing more of like the no makeup, the Glossier. Morphe just came out with a Morphe 2, which seems very Glossier and very minimal and fresh, which is the route I think Becca is going down when it comes to Becca Zero. I feel like that's kind of like what they're trying to do here, and I kind of love it. This is a little gimmicky, and I know a lot of people will look at this and be like, you know, that is not my thing. I need coverage. I don't have perfect skin. That's not gonna work for me. And I think that the Gen Z makeup mentality is not so much, oh, we have perfect skin and we wanna show off our perfect Glossier, shiny skin. I think it's just becoming more accepted to show off your natural skin, whether that be acne, hyperpigmentation, scarring. I just think it's becoming more acceptable, finally, to embrace your natural skin. And I love that. I think that we're really gonna see that take off with Gen Z. They just love their skin no matter what it looks like, and they don't care what anybody says, and I love it. I'm here for it. I love the Gen Z mentality, okay? But I do agree that naming it a no pigment virtual foundation, they knew it was gonna get everybody's panties in a twist. They absolutely did, because this is not a foundation, guys. We know what foundation is. This is not foundation. This is fancy primer. I don't care what anybody tells me. This is fancy primer. And to be honest, it was freaking genius of them to call it this, because the reason I'm even sitting down and filming this video is because everybody was DMing me, telling me to try this, asking me if it was just a gimmick. I wouldn't be filming this video right now if they would have named it smoothing primer. But I definitely think this name hyped it up a lot more than another name would have. So, touche, Becca. So I'm gonna be testing this guy on my face, but I'm also gonna be applying this bad boy on my face and my lips. I'm actually pretty nervous to test this out. I feel like it would be a great face gloss, but I don't think it would be a great lip gloss, because when it comes to a clear lip gloss, I prefer something a little thicker and juicy. This is a bit thin, which I do prefer for the face, so that's nice. I mean, we're gonna test it out, we're gonna see. It's just not super wet and glassy. You know, I'm just gonna test it. I'm not gonna judge it first. Okay, so it says to apply to your skin once your skincare has completely absorbed. My skin is good, ready to rock and roll. And when you open it, it comes with this little lid, and then it has this tiny little spatula that goes right on top of the lid. It has like a little dip for your spatula. But I'm not sure if you can tell. It has like a very unique consistency. It feels like thick gel, but when you start to like blend it out, it becomes like so watery and moisturizing. So I'm gonna use the little spatula, and it says to apply that to your fingers before applying it to the skin. So I'm just gonna start to rub it in the skin. And I'm only gonna do this on one side of my face so we can see a difference, if there is one. This feels so cooling and wet on the skin. It's so bizarre because it just looks so thick. Oh my gosh, did I apply too much? It says it leaves your skin with a matte transparent finish, but I feel like it's not matte at all. It looks exactly the same as the other side, but maybe that's because my skin was like naturally shiny already. I don't know. I mean, it feels matte, but it doesn't look matte. I'm just tapping a little bit more into my pores. Can you guys see a difference? This is the side with the no pigment virtual foundation, and this is my bare skin. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't see a difference at all. My skin does look a little bit smoother around my pores, not gonna lie, but that's pretty much the only difference I see, which I mean, I wasn't expecting much. I figured it would probably do this, but my pores do look a lot smaller, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to the other side of my face. It feels so nice though. Like, putting it on is quite enjoyable, not gonna lie. It's just like a nice, wet, moisturizing feeling. I like it. Okay, so this is the foundation on my entire face, and I thought I was gonna look more matte than I do. I'm shocked that I don't, but I'm not mad at it. I like it. What do you guys think? You think it made a difference at all? I wanted to put this on my face and be like, whoa, and have my skin like transform, but that's not the case. It really is a nice, smoothing, beautiful primer. And honestly, I really do like how it feels on the skin. I love that it covered up my pores. It claims to control your oil, which is amazing if you have oily skin, but it also claims to be really hydrating, which I can totally see. So if you're someone who usually just puts on a primer anyway and goes out the door, I feel like you would like this. This is just something that's gonna smooth out the skin and give you a little bit of skincare benefits. It's a skincare infused primer, and that's okay. That's nice. I like that. I just think when you give something a name like this, it gets people all riled up for not much. And I'm very curious to see how this looks underneath foundation actually, because if it does control your oil and, you know, keep you hydrated and smooth out the skin and do that all day, this might be really beautiful underneath like tinted moisturizers or foundation, because it's a primer. But I'm gonna move on and I'm going to test out the no pigment glass highlighter. But I am gonna add a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. I wanna do a full face of makeup as if this was my foundation. But of course, I'm gonna do a very minimal full face of makeup. So before I test out the face slash lip gloss, let me throw a little something on. Okay, so I threw on a little something. I have the Makiage Fuck I'm Flawless Concealer. I only put a little bit of this underneath my eyes and in my T-zone. And then I added a little bit of my Drawn In bronzer from Ilia, and I added some Sweet Peach blush from Grande Cosmetics. Love this. I wanted to use a Dulce blush. And then for mascara, I went in with the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. This is their brand new mascara, and I really, really like it. I think it's way better than their Caution one. But I only put some of that on my top lashes, and now I'm gonna go in with the no pigment glass highlighter. So I'm just gonna put some of that on the back of my hand first and rub that on my skin. Actually, I'm just gonna pat it in so that it doesn't disturb my blush underneath. I might have applied a little bit too much right there. I think a little goes a long way with this, and I really layered it up on this side. Okay, so that did lift my blush a little bit. Can you see it right here? It's like missing some pigment, which I figured that was gonna happen. It is like a gloss, so I mean that makes sense. This is probably better to apply to your skin when you literally have no makeup on, like just to give some shine, some glass-like effect, because it will disrupt product underneath. So just keep that in mind. But it doesn't look terrible. I feel like I could move it around and make it work, you know? Really quickly before I apply this to my lip, I'm actually gonna try out a new product. We're gonna segue into the new Colourpop Cosmetics Freckle Pen. This is super exciting. You guys know I've been really into the whole faux freckle look, and they sent me 2 shades. They sent me soft brown and dark brown. I actually don't know how many shades they have. Maybe they only have these 2, but oh my God, look how adorable that is. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Now, you guys know the little Freck pen from Freck Cosmetics is the best. Like, I don't think any freckle product will compare. It's just so good. So let's see how this works. This claims to create natural looking buildable freckles with a precise applicator for an effortless sun-kissed look. It says you can use with or without makeup. It's long wearing and realistic and buildable. This is nice. I definitely think soft brown is more my color. I'm afraid dark brown is gonna be too deep. Oh yeah. You know what I noticed though? And it's the reason why the Freck one is just so amazing. The Freck one is kind of sheer and it almost has like a jelly consistency, and it has a warm undertone, which I think is key when it comes to these freckle products, because natural freckles have that like sun-kissed yummy undertone. This on my skin is looking a little bit cool toned. It's looking a little bit gray, so it's a little bit less realistic than warm freckles, like the reddish tone natural freckles have. So I like this, but I don't think it's as realistic as the Freck one. But it's nice. It's very similar in the sense of like the longer it's on your skin, the darker it becomes. If you want something really faint, I suggest you start blending it out right away. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and breeze through this part. This is actually pretty freaking good, I'm not gonna lie. Well done, Colourpop, well done. You see how it looks when I blend the blush out on top of it? I actually really like this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do, just because I'm so dedicated to Freck, and I'm not gonna lie, I think the Freck one is better. I think it's way better. I think the Freck one is truly incredible when it comes to faux freckles, but if you're a huge Colourpop fan, you've never really tried anything from Freck, you wanna go with something more familiar, I do really like this. I feel like it's not as long wearing as my Freck one. I'm telling you, there's something about that one that you can tell it's just like it's a stain. It's so good, but this one looks really natural. It blends really nice. I really like how it looks. It's affordable and it does look realistic. Like I feel like those look like my freckles. I just wish they were a little bit warmer so they would look like a hair more realistic, but they do, it does look great. My Freckle pen has 5 lightning bolts. This has 4. Okay, so really quick, I'm just gonna apply my Alamar Cosmetics Dulce liner. And now before I go in with the glass highlighter on my lip, I am gonna apply one of these brand new Becca Hydra-Light Plumping lip balms. I only wanna apply a little bit of this because I really wanna test this on my lips, but I wanna add some color. These look really interesting. I don't love the packaging. Something about this type of packaging just isn't my favorite, but I do love sheer, yummy lipsticks like this. I'm telling you, that natural, juicy look, I love it. I'm like not really into liquid lipsticks anymore. I'm all about the juice. So these have hyaluronic acid, plumping peptides, mango butter, jojoba seed oil. So I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade. It's called Tide. And I'm just gonna, oh my God, so yummy. That smells, oh, that smells really good, but I smell the lip plumping ingredient. Have you guys ever tried the Too Faced lip injections? Those are super freaking intense, and that's exactly what this smells like. I'm actually gonna wait a second. I'm gonna see if this starts to hurt. I'm just gonna add some more freckles while I wait. Damn, I feel like it would have started plumping by now. Like, I feel like if it was gonna hurt, it would have started hurting by now. That's what I mean. But no. Looks good, it feels good. I can't tell if it plumped at all, but it doesn't feel like it did. It just smells like it does. But anyway, on top of that, I'm gonna go in with my, wait a second. I'm not gonna put it directly onto my lips because then this is gonna get like brown and then that's gonna trigger me. And so I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand and apply some directly on top. Yeah, it feels very thin for a lip gloss. I feel like it's too thin for your lips. I get the impression that this is just gonna like fade away. It's like too slippy, too thin for the lips. I don't know, not my favorite. It kind of feels like I just like wet my lips. Maybe that's something you guys would be interested in, but I definitely prefer this for the face than for the lips. But okay guys, that completes this video. This lip gloss is making me uncomfortable. Tell me if you've ever had this experience. It's like getting on my tongue. It's getting on my tongue. It's so thin and wet and slippy that it's getting in my mouth. It's like making its way into my mouth and I'm tasting it. It's getting to the back of my throat. I don't know what's happening here. And my lip liner slash lip color is starting to bleed a little bit because this lip gloss is so slippy. Like there's no grip to it. It's just like, I don't like this for my lips. Nope. At least not on top of a lip product. I would probably prefer this if it was just on bare lips, but maybe not even then because it's hitting my throat right now. It's seeping in. It's like, you know? This, however, this was pretty good. I mean, yeah, the name is a little bit gimmicky, but I feel like it's also cool at the same time. It's like a different name for a fancy primer. The name is what got us all hot and I can't even speak because the lip gloss is on my tongue. The name is what got us all hot and bothered. That's what I was saying. They tricked us. They got us. We only have ourselves to blame. I would say this was a 50% successful video. I also really enjoyed the Colourpop Freckle Pen. The water I just drank went down the wrong slide. I'm gonna end this video here. It was interesting. I like the Hydra-Light. I like this. I like Dulce. You know, I mean, you know. So that's it. I hope you walk away from this video fulfilled and satisfied. But that completes this video, guys. Those were my thoughts. That was my first impressions. That's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. I like it. Is that a fly? Is there a fly in here? Get that bread, get that head, then leave. Then leave. Bitch, then leave. Absolutely not. Hey, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are listening to Eleanor Neal. Shut up. It's very, very interesting. Oh my god, that feels so wet in my fingers.